can I assist the Admiral, Withrow, Commodore Wesley with negotiations? Dr. McCoy has joined a medical team. Victims of a severe famine. He's also looking forward to a long-awaited reunion.
You have any idea how much I've missed you?
Little of that mystery remains, my love.
A year ago, the wisdom of your people healed my body. You healed my soul. That's something I've needed for a long, long time. I can't bear the thought of leaving you again.
Then bear it not, McCoy. Thoughts of tomorrow deprive us of the joy of this night. Let us celebrate that joy in whatever way we choose.
Well, I have a few ideas.
Having 20,000 uninvited guests show up on your planet's doorstep?
Or for being angry at the Enterprise for pointing them here.
Had we not helped the Febrini refugees reach this world, billions of others would have died.
Apparently logic doesn't work on President Raquel Spock.
Oh, I'm sure you'll win them over, sir.
I hope so. Solving this famine of theirs would help.
Well, we've got our best people on it.
Good. Commodore Wesley being back to the Lexington. We're debriefing later. I'm having dinner here at the embassy. You care to join me?
Yeah, we'd love to. We've heard great things about Lazulian cuisine.
Well, you won't be disappointed. Oh, and Jim, you're buying the brandy.
Consider it done, sir.
You're buying.
All right, let's cut and see how we...
Sir, give me a minute. I need to check in with the Enterprise.
Okay.
Status report.
Couldn't be quieter, sir.
Good to hear.
Enjoy your vacation, Captain. Oh, and tell Dr. McCoy to enjoy his as well. Captain Kirk, do you read me? Captain! Captain Kirk!
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Anything.
There.
Captain, are you all right?
I think so. Where's Spock?
I'm here, Captain.
You're hurt.
I'm more concerned with the others. Tricorder.
Withrow.
Another life sign, sir. Very faint. This way. Severe head trauma, 4 broken ribs, a ruptured spleen, and massive internal hemorrhaging. We have to get him to sick bay. Sir, with injuries this bad, I advise a shuttlecraft over the transporter.
Kirk to Enterprise. Send a shuttlecraft immediately. Full trauma team aboard. Kirk out.
No. I'm not leaving. Not till everyone is accounted for.
We got people taking care of that, sir.
Listen.
No, you listen, Admiral. Someone or something blew up our embassy, maybe on purpose. For all we know, you were the target. If you stay, that puts my men at risk. I won't have that. You're going back to the ship.
I'm in.
12 dead, 20 injured.
12 people.
We'll get them home. Scotty, get back to the Enterprise. Until we know what is going on here, the ship is on yellow alert.
Aye, sir.
The Admiral's in bad shape. Analysis.
The explosion was a tricobalt compound, fully integrated with the bomber's blood at the molecular level, almost indistinguishable from the blood itself.
So that's how he got past security scans.
Yes, Captain. The compound was ignited by a simple delta wave burst from a handheld unit. Whoever fashioned such a compound must have advanced genetic capabilities, a fascinating development in munitions delivery.
Yeah, fascinating.
The security monitors are intact. I'm downloading the data now.
Now that will tell us how. I want to know why.
Perhaps we should coordinate our investigation with the Lazulian authorities. The situation here is delicate.
Spock, a lot of good people died. Right now, diplomacy doesn't interest me. Justice does.
For the Oracle and the Hasira.
The Oracle is the name of the computer that runs Yonada. The Hasira, well, that one's a mystery.
Well, we must assume it's something about the Fabrini as well.
Possible, but we must not draw conclusions until all the facts are in.
Terrorist acts are never what they seem. The more evidence we gather, the better prepared we'll be to prevent any possible future attacks.
Agreed. What can you tell us about your first encounter with Yonada?
The Enterprise discovered the asteroid ship Yonada on stardate 5476.3. It was on a collision course with the planet Darren 5. We found Yonada to be populated with refugees from the Fabrini star system, whose sun went nova 10,000 years ago. They were under the rule of the Oracle and were unaware they were on a spaceship.
My chief medical officer became involved with Yonada's High Priestess, Natira. But that relationship helped us discover that the Oracle was malfunctioning. We corrected it and put Yonada back on course.
Bringing you here to Lazulia Prime and the Federation into the fray?
We'll figure out who did this, sir. for every victim down there.
Bridge to Commodore Wesley. President Rivkah is hailing us.
Punch it up here, Lieutenant. Mr. President, it is an honor. I am Commodore Robert
I
Wesley.
know who you are, and I know what trouble you have caused. The Fabrini have attacked your people and mine.
With all due respect, sir, we do not know they are behind this attack.
Oh, it does not matter. The Fabrini are not welcome. These refugee camps are a breeding ground of crime, of disease, and it is the fault of the Federation.
I understand your concern, Mr. President. Still, I believe we can find a solution if we work together.
I do not expect to change my mind, but I'm willing to talk.
Mr. President, until tomorrow then, Lexington out.
You heard?
Yes. What do you hope to accomplish with more talk?
Oh, talk is where the Federation is most at ease and the most vulnerable.
You underestimate them. So did we. Once.
I am not in the habit of repeating the mistakes of others.
You forget your place, Rivkah.
And you forget yours. I am the president of Lozulia Prime. You and the Hasira need me if you want to live on my world. Rest easy. I will get what I want from them.
What do you want?
What we all want. Destiny.
Mr. President, I believe your destiny and mine are about to become quite different. Quite different.
Killing Rivkah puts the Assembly in disarray. As for the embassy, well, maybe some Fabrini resented our involvement with Yonada.
Unlikely. Why risk alienating your only advocate? Without us, they would be dead.
Granted, but we had to defy their prophet to do that. I mean, to us, the Oracle's just a computer. To them, it's a god, to be obeyed without question. And we questioned it.
Jim, we violated the Prime Directive.
And saved billions of lives.
I find such blind devotion puzzling.
Spock. Some would find a lifetime devoted to logic equally puzzling.
Captain on the bridge.
Mr. Spock, I'm detecting high levels of radiation coming from Yonada. It appears to be a malfunction of the vessel's nuclear drive.
Spock?
The Yonada containment system is releasing high energy particles over a large area of space. It poses no danger, but it is interfering with our scans.
Confirmed, sir. Might as well be flying through a snowstorm for all I can see on this scanner.
It could be a problem if there's any shuttle traffic around.
Well, let's keep an eye on it. Lieutenant Palmer, any word on Admiral Withrow's condition?
Sickbay reports the Admiral is still in surgery.
Has Dr. McCoy been back aboard?
Not yet, sir. His next check-in is at 1700 hours.
We're on alert. He should have returned.
With Nurse Chapel in charge here, perhaps the doctor felt his skills were best used among the famine victims.
Maybe, but it's odd that he didn't let us know. Hail the good doctor, please.
Enterprise calling Dr. McCoy. Dr. McCoy, please respond. Enterprise to Dr. McCoy, do you read?
There's no response, sir.
At his last check-in, he was meeting with Natira.
This isn't a coincidence, Spock. Bones wouldn't just go off the grid. Lieutenant, alert the transporter room. We're beaming down to the famine zone. Scotty. Doors.
All honor to you, Oracle of the people.
The honor is yours, Orthros of the Hasira. Obedience to you is obedience to me and to the will of the Creators.
So be it. And yet not all Fabrini are obedient. Some defy your will.
Show me this disobedience that it might be punished. Doors. Are these the ones who defy the Creators?
Yes. I am Orthros of the Asira. And for you who have proven disobedient, I beseech the Oracle to show mercy. For now.
Why should I be merciful?
Because they should be witnesses. Witnesses to the purge. Natira, High Priestess of the people. You betrayed Yonada. You, least of all, deserve the Oracle's mercy. I should take your life from you myself. Perhaps I yet will. But before that happens, you will witness the suffering and death of your mate.
I am honored. Welcome. My name is Taraya, Chief Second of the Lazulian Assembly. I am in charge of famine relief.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk, the Starship Enterprise. This is my first officer, Mr. Spock.
If I may, I believe your correct title is now President Taraya.
Quite right, Mr. Spock. You will forgive me if I'm not used to it quite yet. Taking care of the refugees here has been difficult enough. I'm not sure that I'm ready to take care of a whole planet. Please follow me. This surveillance monitor will allow us to search for Dr. McCoy.
Is this all that remains of the people of Yonada?
There are 6 other facilities like this. My government calls them acclimation centers. I am inclined to call them something else.
Are they prisoners?
Technically, no. But I would not advise them to venture outside the perimeter.
The people don't want the Fabrini here, so you're not giving them a reason to stay.
Correct, Captain. To our shame.
Madam President, forgive the intrusion. I have the latest sample of the crop blight.
Thank you.
Captain, we must assume that Dr. McCoy and Natira have been taken.
Agreed. But by whom? And where have they been taken? Madam President, can you show me some of the blighted crops?
Of course, but why?
Call it a hunch.
Action.
Fascinating. May I? Something has caused the plants to undergo a spontaneous phase transition.
Leaving this goop.
This goop, as you call it, is all that remains of over 1 billion agras of farmland.
roughly the amount of crop space on all of Earth's North American continent.
Only food crops are affected.
Why only food crops?
Unknown. However, it is doubtful that this was a natural occurrence.
This is deliberate?
Yes. It is without precedent. To my knowledge, neither the Lazulian nor the Fabrini have the technical capability.
When the Fabrini arrived and claimed my world as their new home, I resented it. We did not know them, what they were like, or if we could trust them. But then I came here. I saw what the famine had done. I saw hungry families, starving children, and suddenly it did not matter where they came from. That this could be deliberate.
We don't know that, Tarai. Besides, I think your people and the Fabrini are better than that.
Thank you, Captain. But perhaps it is time my people had a government that could truly lead them.
Leave her alone! Release him! I command it!
Still, you fail to understand. Your commands mean nothing here. Take her to her quarters.
If you harm her...
Your arrogance astounds me, Doctor. And yet it shouldn't. Your Federation taints the very soul of my people, indeed the souls of 1,000 civilizations across the quadrant.
We came here to help Yonada.
By defying the law of the Oracle, by seducing our High Priestess and spying on us. What say you, Oracle? You see the futility of your sin, but I offer you a choice. Redemption or further punishment.
I got a feeling I'm not going to like either option.
I need your help to end the dispute over Lazulia Prime.
There is no dispute.
Arrogant and naive. The Lazulians reject our claim. They defy the Creator.
They're concerned about their home.
This is our home, not to be shared. Promise to us.
Orthros, if you would just talk to the Lazulians, reason.
You speak of compromise, but we will never compromise. You still wish to help Yonada? Then help me now. The Federation must leave Lazulia Prime. Remove themselves from our affairs. I believe you have a law to that effect, the Prime Directive.
It's not that simple.
Then I shall make it simple. Tell me what I need to know about the defense systems aboard the 2 Starfleet vessels.
Sorry.
I urge you to reconsider.
I'm a doctor, not a traitor.
Biddy, take him to Natira's quarters. Stand guard there. He will speak again.
Doors. Action 2.
Take your hands off me!
McCoy, I was distressed. Have they injured you?
I'll be all right. already. Did they hurt you?
Having been High Priestess affords some protection. Were I in their place, I would not be so gracious.
Well, maybe you better fill me in. Who's Orthros?
He is descended from a powerful family line, the Hasira. 1,000 of his kind lived on Yonada. He is their prelate, leading them in worship of the Oracle.
Not the kind of guy you meet in Sunday school. And the Hasira?
They once ruled my family's forefathers. They were mighty warriors, rich in knowledge of the sciences. But they grew arrogant, fought one another, and fell from power.
Arrogant. Now that I can believe.
There is more, McCoy. On Yonada, the Hasira were quiet and docile until your people came. When you left, and the knowledge of the creators became known, they asserted themselves. Especially Orthros. He grew powerful, ruthless.
Just all of a sudden?
Yes. A vision.
More than a vision, High Priestess. It is destiny.
All right, Orthros. What the devil is this all about? You've kidnapped us, tortured us, why?
You, to make a point, Natira, for her sins.
The only sins I see are those of you and the Hasira. I am the High Priestess.
You are a placeholder. You were never the leader of Yonada. We merely allowed you to believe you were.
You lie.
No, I do not lie. In the vernacular, the Earthers, we've played the long game. The Asira and the Oracle, always together, ruling from the shadows. Now the shadows are gone. Now we rule in the light.
At least have the courtesy to be honest. This is the same old story. Power and conquest. Thing is, that story always has an ugly ending.
The story is mine to write, Earther, and I shall write it my way.
You gain nothing from torturing McCoy. You will only anger the Federation.
The Federation. We've declared ourselves free of their yoke by destroying their embassy. I do not fear the Federation. The Federation fears me.
You are mad.
Mad. Yes. But there's genius in madness. The Federation will keep from us what is rightfully ours. For that, they will suffer.
You're out of your mind if you think the Federation or the Lazulians will simply hand over this planet.
The Asira will rule this world, then the quadrant. It will be as in days of old.
Those were days of war, Orthros. The Hasira were mighty, yes, but they were without mercy.
As it was written, as it shall be, once more. Let me show you how the story will end.
It's about time someone showed up. I should have been relieved hours ago. It's almost dawn. I've been working 18 hours straight. I don't mind helping out, but at least have the courtesy to be on time. Suffer in silence, is it? You have nothing to say? Let the purge begin.
Tell me, are you descendant from the Asira?
Oh, my lord, but I pledge myself to you, heart and soul.
Such devotion, quite Admirable. But that's not good enough. Let the purge begin.
Lieutenant, any word of McCoy?
Nothing yet. I can raise the Lazulian authorities again if you like.
No. Carry on. Is it just me, or are the Lazulians not taking this search for McCoy seriously?
I believe that Taraya's concerns are genuine. However, her subordinates seem to lack a sense of urgency.
And how goes our search?
Captain, I believe that Dr. McCoy is not on the planet's surface.
Explain.
Both he and Natira vanished at nearly the same moment as the embassy bombing. We assumed that the doctor was the target. Perhaps he was not.
And McCoy was captured along with her. But who did it?
The bomber spoke of the Hasira. I learned from Fabrini history that the Hasira were an ancient ruling class who believed in racial purity through selective breeding and genomics. If a modern-day faction sought to regain power, Natira would be a logical hostage.
Makes sense. Mr. Chekhov, that radiation leak on Yonada, could it mask a shuttlecraft leaving the planet?
Yes, Captain.
That leaves one alternative. Scotty, it's miracle time. Spock and I are beaming down to Yonada's habitat surface.
Sir, if you recall, during our last encounter, we couldn't scan the habitat, only the planet-like inner surface.
That area is closely monitored. We would most likely be captured.
Spock, could you extrapolate from the coordinates we used in our last visit?
That would require a guess, Captain.
Your guesses, Scotty's miracles? Works for me.
Lexington, last medical team should be ready to beam up shortly. Thank you. Looks like every patient here is on the mend.
Our pleasure. Standing by to beam up the med team. Lexington out.
Lieutenant? We're packed and ready to go. It's been an honor working with you.
Live long. You and your team have been a great help.
We live to serve.
Lexington, medical team Alpha, standing by, 3 to beam up.
Sorry. And this is our action.
Anything.
983 life forms detected throughout this habitat. Only 2 on this level moving away from us.
Can you locate McCoy?
Humans and Fabrini are nearly identical. I cannot isolate the doctor's life signs.
We need to find him. What we need is some more computer power.
You're suggesting the Oracle. Captain, given its past behavior, I cannot advise it.
Do you have a better idea?
Perhaps
it's down this corridor, if I remember right. Let's move.
Action doors.
The Oracle appears to be napping.
As before, Captain, its attention is usually tied to a presence on the platform.
Quite right. We'll let it nap. Now let's get to that computer.
Line 3.
How'd you get in here?
We mean no disrespect. I'm Captain James T. Kirk.
Oracle!
2, 3, 4, and drop.
Near as I can figure, something caused this man's body to disassociate at a biomolecular level. I've never seen anything like it. Then again, maybe I have. It reminds me of the crops in the famine zone. They liquefy just like this.
You think the two are connected?
Well, I hate to quote Spock, but it's logical. A virus would explain it, but if it were a virus, it would have to be engineered to operate this quickly.
You mean it was created deliberately
Yes.
by the Hasira? Orthros.
Has defiled everything Yonada stood for. Perhaps your people should have sent Yonada wandering across the stars rather than here. We could have lived on, safe in our hope and in our ignorance. But our reaching the promised land has brought only death. As High Priestess, I bear the weight of that sin.
Natira! This isn't your fault. This is nothing more than the greed and power lust of men.
Like McCoy. Apart for so long, and yet our pledge, our link remains stronger than ever.
One mind, one heart.
One life. Perhaps we can still stop this madness.
You could have escaped while I was being interrogated. Why didn't you?
Oh, McCoy, does your question need answering?
Listen, I've made a decision. If we get out of this alive, I'm staying with you and your people. Now, I want to stay with you so I can live. Truly live.
Then I must have your promise, your word. Orthros will be punished, whatever it takes.
Natira, I am a doctor. I took an oath to do no harm.
Harm has already been done! Promise me! Promise me. Promise me.
You have my word.
Rough night?
Come out. Beautiful. Continue.
My people have called you the
Yours.
savior of Yonada. I have a somewhat different view.
Who are you?
Who am I? Orthros, prelate to the Sayre.
Do the Hasira know the heinous acts you've done in their name?
The destruction of your embassy, the death of Rivkah, is but the beginning.
Your actions are illogical. Why risk angering the Federation?
The Federation. The Federation is doomed. The purge will encompass all who are impure.
Impure, you mean not Hasiran?
By all who are not shaped by the creators. Once the Assyri take their rightful place as rulers of this quadrant, your Federation will become a mere footnote in history.
We'll stop you.
Stop us. You're already too late, Captain.
Hello? Who are you? Can I help you? This is a secure location.
For the Oracle and for the Hasira.
Mr. Scott, I'm detecting an energy buildup on the Lexington.
What is it?
Hard to tell from the interference from Yonada, but it could be. Sir, it's a one-car breach!
Shields evasive, full impulse! Helm status.
She's got her legs back under her, sir.
Well done. Palmer, damage report.
Minor casualties. Engineering reports main power down, auxiliary at 40%.
Ensign, main viewer.
Boże mój.
Palmer, contact Starfleet Command, and then try to raise the captain.
Don't tell Spock I figured out how to do that. So this is the main lab?
Yes, our physicians did much work here, even before the Book of the People was open to us.
Gene sequencer, bioreactor, PCR, they're doing genetic research here, all right. And that's not all.
What troubles you?
The scale of it. This control interface is linked to a much bigger system. This isn't just research, it's production.
The Hasira are making more of the virus?
It looks that way. The purge, he called it. The purge. Orthros isn't just arming a few dart guns. He's gonna infect the whole planet.
That would kill millions. Both Lazulian and Fabrini.
You said the Hasira were part of a single family. That means that they share certain genes. I'll bet one of them makes them immune to the virus.
Orthros would wipe out two races just so he and his family can rule? He is insane.
Well, he wouldn't be the first. Look, we gotta find a way to stop this virus. It'd help if I knew how he was gonna spread it.
I think I can answer that, McCoy. For the defense of Yonada. Some of them were fired at your vessel during our first encounter.
Why would... Aerosol dispersal. Thousands of warheads spraying plague in the air. The payloads are controlled from this control interface.
What does that mean?
It means we got a fighting chance. Come with me.
Where'd they go? Possible.
If you would practice the nerve pinch as I instructed, you could avoid such discomfort.
I don't know, Spock. There's something satisfying about a good chop to the neck. Well, we're free. We're here. No McCoy. Options.
Escape from Yonada would be wise. However, unfruitful without knowing how Orthros plans to execute his purge.
Agreed. I think a little more skulking on our part might be in order. How did you know that?
It was obvious. The panel was off 3.7 millimeters from the floor. Shall we skulk, sir?
It would be an honor, Mr. Spock.
About damn time.
Bones, fancy seeing you here. Natira, sorry we're late.
Save the charm. You can start by putting Spock to work on this gene sequencer.
Doctor, it would be helpful if you explained what you wish to be sequenced.
A particularly nasty little virus. One that'll turn any of us into a puddle of liquefied flesh.
It is a weapon. Captain, a man named Orthros intends to use it on the planet below.
We've met him. Are you all right?
We're both fine, but if we don't find a way to deactivate this virus, a lot of people are gonna die.
Can you do it?
Maybe, if Spock can sequence the genome. The Hesirans have genetic immunity. It should be simple enough to replicate that into an antiviral.
The missiles for spreading the virus?
Yes. We can't access the controls from here, only the payload.
I bet they can be deactivated from the Oracle computer room.
Right, and if Orthros is in there, he'll deactivate you.
It's a chance I'll have to take.
Captain, we must warn the people on Lazulia.
We need our communicators.
I know how to operate the communication system. I will go with you.
No!
McCoy, I have led an entire world. I don't need you to protect me.
But if anything were to happen to you...
I will be fine. You're needed here. You are fighting for Lazulia and Yonada. Let me fight too.
But... All right. But if you're not back in 20 minutes, I'm coming after you. And after that, you're stuck with me.
A few moments apart. A lifetime together. It is a fair trade.
I'll keep an eye on her.
Thank you, Captain.
Return to your console, McCoy. Doors.
Where are they?
Forgive us, my lord, we don't know.
Forgiveness is for weaklings. It's not the way of the Sayre. Perhaps you aren't among the pure after all. Shall we find out?
Mr. Scott, engineering reports will have main power back in 72 minutes.
Not soon enough for me poor barons. Something troubling you, Lieutenant.
Sir, Yonada has changed its orbit.
What?
Still difficult to say with the interference, but it looks like it's moving to a higher apogee. 20,000 kilometers.
The same orbit for over a year. The Lexington explodes and now it changes?
Aye, and I don't like it. Palmer, keep trying to raise the captain.
Doctor, I've isolated the antiviral protein.
Out of my way, Spock.
We must upload it to the missiles before they launch.
You know what to do. I'm going after it.
Illogical. Without you, I may not be able to upload it in time.
Spock. Please.
The antiviral. In case you need it.
Once we get to the computer, I'll deactivate the missiles. You contact the Lazulians.
What is wrong?
It's not working. Like someone changed the lock. And if that's true...
You worry me, Captain. High Priestess. I believe your time has come to an end.
It is you whose time should end. You've profaned all that the creators and the Oracle stand for.
The Oracle. Haven't you noticed the Oracle serves me? Protected Yonada for 10,000 years now. We need no protection.
Except from monsters like you. Orthros!
The Lazulians imprison our people. The Federation negotiates away our land promised, and you call me a monster.
Yes. Yes, a monster. You torture for the sake of torture. You murder because it pleases you.
I am the servant of the Creators. I carry out their will, their judgment.
You serve no one but yourself, Orthros. You've twisted the Hasiri, you've deceived the Oracle. You are everything the Creators are.
Natira, no!
That, Natira, is blasphemy. Judgment is rendered, sentence is passed. Stay where you are, Captain. You betrayed me. I promised you would see McCoy suffer and die, and so you shall.
McCoy! My love. What? Mine?
Murderer! You didn't have to kill her.
The killing has only begun. Oracle! Begin the purge! That is the sound of 200 missiles, over 4,000 warheads, carrying the virus to Lazuya Prime. Within hours, every non-Assyrian on the planet will be dead.
The Enterprise in Lexington will stop them.
You think so, Captain? Very well. Call your ship.
Kirk to Enterprise.
Captain, are you all right?
And never mind that. What's going on out there?
Yonada's just fired hundreds of missiles at the planet.
Take them out.
We can't, sir. We're in no condition to respond. And the Lexington's gone. Warp core breach.
One Assyrian captain, one faithful servant, genetically altered to look like a Lexington crew, and just one woman destroyed that vessel.
There were over 432 men and women aboard that ship.
They'll soon be joined by a great many more.
No. This ends right here, right now.
You can't stop me, Captain. You can't stop destiny. You're chaff to be consumed by the fire I ignite this day.
Is that all you got? Death with needles? With suicide bombers? You haven't got the guts to kill for real.
You will not leave this room alive! You can't defeat me, Captain. You can't defy the creators.
The creators made Yonada to preserve life, not destroy.
I choose who lives and who dies.
Did you hear that, Oracle? Would a true leader put himself above the creators? He killed your High Priestess. He destroyed innocent lives. Is that what the creators want?
Oh, pitiful. You, your ship, your Federation. Oracle, show us the purging of the Lazuya Prime. I don't understand.
You failed, Orthros. Your missiles are useless.
What have you done?
We loaded the warheads with the antiviral. So instead of killing everyone, we just inoculated all the people from your damn virus.
No, it was prophesied. That's impossible. Look, Oracle, destroy them!
No, these men do not defy the creators. You do. And then stop. What is this new body I'm in? What is this body?
This is not possible. I am a Sayre.
A body, not soul. I punish the disobedient, but you would destroy all people. That conflicts with the Creator's will. I have ended that conflict.
Sayre, genome! You defiled it! You defiled me!
Bones?
I command you!
Promise me! Bones!
Help! Help!
right, Captain?
I'm all right.
Natira?
Something I don't understand. If the Hasira is supposed to be immune to the virus, why did it affect Orthros?
Well, the virus was engineered to ignore anyone with a specific gene sequence. Whatever the Oracle did to Orthros, it changed a single base pair of that sequence. That's all it took to let the virus in. All clear, Jim. No trace of the virus.
It's good to hear. Any chance someone might try this again?
I'd say no. The Oracle's erased all trace of the virus, and the Hasira will be busy with the justice system for a very long time.
Nice to have the Oracle on our side for once. Bones. About Natira. She was a remarkable woman.
Yes, she was. Thank you, Captain.
In the Oracle room, when Orthros was infected, you could have let him die.
Yes. Some promises that cost too much to keep.